quick question. Do you consider this a shit box?
Mark there if you want.
This is not a shit box?
Nah, bro.
Alright, bet.
Echo Project, I was a bad kid. I want my baby to do my ad lib. That was my last vid. JG Wimmer feed my cat bitch. It came from Raspberry. So much snipers in the magic. It smell like catfish. Mama heard me on the radio. Then she start shedding tears. Remember when we ain't had no ceiling fan? Now we got chandelier. Never sweat, I'm rocking cashmere. I'm fucking the cashier. Say I made so much money last year. Got every car on my whole ill. You niggas so real. Tell my son to bring me a cold bill. Don't touch my boulder pill. I take my mind, okay, go grab the pills. White bitch bald head look like Britney Spears.
What is going on, guys? Stan Style back at it again with another freaking banger. As you guys saw from the title of the video, a little intro that I put in there, where has Static TT been? I haven't been uploading. I haven't really been updating you guys on where the TT is. But I'm currently looking at it, and I'm looking at it after all the work we just put in all winter to get it to sit at negative 20 degrees squared camber. So before, for example, you guys saw the car before. I'll insert a picture right here. A lot of you guys already know this car, but that was negative 12 degrees of camber. This past season, I decided, well, let's go more extreme. So we put negative 20 on it. There's a whole lot of stuff I want to talk about and how we ended up doing this. But for right now, I just want to first introduce Stan Style merchandise. You already know. So you guys probably saw, if you guys saw me at Gallenberg, had these shirts. Sold a couple of these shirts. You guys freaking loved it. I sold out of the shirts. But yeah, this is basically just a simple picture of the shirt. And then I have all my ats on the back. Try to show you guys as much as I can. But then I got another thing that me and my boy Josh, the brand owner of Young and Dumb, I'm gonna put his at right here. Check out his brand, but he helped me mock up this. So I talked about this in the video where I was with my friend Marcus. But yes, this is gonna be my first release of Stan Style shirts, everything. We're starting a shop, guys. I've been getting really inspired by seeing everyone else do it, and I think this is pretty hard. I've actually been wearing this hoodie for a long time. This is a hoodie, and then I'm also gonna be dropping t-shirts. On the front, you guys saw the back print. On the front, we have embroidered Stan Style logo. So you can check it out right here. Stan Style, pure embroidery. This is quality, guys. This is actually really, this is nice stuff. I'm all about the good quality stuff. I'm gonna be having a website. I'm gonna be dropping that website soon. I'll put that link right freaking here. Make sure you guys check that link out. Hopefully by the time I drop this video, the orders will be ready and I'll be able to take some orders because we're gonna get this freaking rolling, guys. First show I'm gonna be at is Low Show. And then without further ado, I wanna show you guys the freaking car sitting at negative 20. So we are currently, you guys see the thing right there, we are currently at the alignment and suspension shop. Basically what we just did is we took the time to dial it in. The toe and the alignment is mint. Currently I don't have any spacers on. This is no spacers. I was planning on running a 10 mil to make that poke out more, but it kind of made it so I can't turn. This is negative 20 all around. This is the first time you guys have seen the TT in probably a few months, but we are sitting with, I didn't even really show you guys, saw the most insane wheel setup. Put that link to the video right up here. Make sure you click on that video if you want to see how we did this wheel setup. But we've got crazy SUDANI stretch all the way around, 9-inch lip in the rear, 8-inch lip in the front. And then you guys already know Stan Style's custom interior, all that stuff. But guys, negative 20 looks absolutely insane here. Let's actually go down into the pit and get a low shot of what this looks like. Look at that contact patch. Look at that contact patch. But basically, guys, we've been running into a lot of issues with this. I've been running into axle issues. I've been running into trailing arm issues. If you guys want to make sure you guys stayed up to date on what everything we did, I do have videos on the parts we made. But this the past couple of months, I've just been trying to get them to fit correctly and everything bolted up. The last time the car moved, the suspension was not bolted up completely. I popped out the axle, so I had to get axle spacers, had to get a bunch of things, but everything is bolted up. I actually took it for a spin. I'm gonna put that clip right freaking here. As you guys saw from that clip, the thing mobs. Didn't get any rollers yet. I really do want to plan to get rollers for you guys, but dude, literally insane. I'm gonna insert in this video a couple of clips of when I got it to this shop, but I did want to give a special shout out and a thank you to Brent's Alignment and Suspension. he accepts this car and he does all his alignment. If you guys want to see how this car was aligned, I have a video already made when we aligned it previously with the -12, but then we just did all the same thing, but now with -20. I had mentioned I lost power steering. You guys saw, oh, you guys didn't see that yet because this is still the intro, but you're gonna see I lost power steering when we put the car down on the ground for the first time. Ended up literally just being the steering rack came unplugged from the module. So all I had to do is drop the subframe a little. All what we had to do was drop the subframe. It's pretty hard to actually do that. It's really annoying, but keep it all in line. But we dropped the subframe, plugged it in. I didn't record too much because I have been here since 6 in the morning. It's now 2 p.m. We've been at this all day. Finally got it dialed in. But actually, let's actually go over some of the things I have in the rear end. I'll try to show you guys. I have the extended lowers in the front. You can kind of see them right there. I have the Mark 7 GTI arms that are bolted up to the Mark II TT ball joints. And then in the rear, I have no exhaust in there right now, so it'll be really easy for you guys to see, but there's the extended lowers, a little dark, but the extended lowers are in. They're all bolted up. Trailing arm also. I'll show you guys that. Trailing arm is at a crazy angle right now. You can't really see the angle from here, but it is, because the whole entire hub has to come out like that. So it is completely out. But guys, it moves. Here's the fitment in the rear. This is with no spacer. I usually am planning on running a 20 mil in the rear, and then I might not even run one in the front because it is kind of nice being able to actually turn. And then I feel like I could even get away with dropping her down a little bit, but that'll be in the future. The alignment's already freaking mint. All right, guys, what's going on? Stand style. All right, I don't even know where I'm picking up this camera in this video, but I'm just trying to get a lot of stuff done to this car. We're grinding out. I got my cousin here, bro. I'm gonna leave his IG right here. He's got a crazy truck. Cammed. So this thing's cammed and it's pulling the TT right now. This is 2026 TT. -20 all around. And then we got the truck. So I got one hell of a rig. We're on our way to Brent to get the car aligned and get the ride height and everything dialed in. As you can see, it's a little bit higher in the front, and then the tilt angles we got here is all we'll be able to go over this more. It's not poking enough over there, and then over here we've got less tilt. So we got to do all the tilt correctly and then get her dialed in. But otherwise, we're about to head out there, paint match tails. Never see some shit like this, dude. We both got pink suspension. Insane. Both got pink springs. But yes, sir. All right, now we're on our way. We're headed out to the alignment shop to get this thing dialed in. About to break hell and X. If I get any crazy reactions, I'll whip out the camera on the way there. But guys, check that camber out in the mirror. That's -20, guys. We did it. All right, guys, we are here. Brent's alignment and suspension. So we are here. Get your car right if you win PA. All right, so we're here, dropping it off. Truck did well. Got like 15 miles per gallon on the way there. All right, well, now it's time to unload this and just leave it here, and then I'll have to travel back out here to actually do the alignment. Currently just dropping it off. All right, guys, we are ready to unload. All the hook straps are undone. You guys are about to witness the very first -20 unload. I'm gonna have my cousin hold the camera. All right, so I'm gonna get in, guys. First -20 unload on camera. I don't fall off the jacks now. The wood.
Somebody tell this man put a shirt on.
Dude, I'm not getting that shirt. Around the block.
Yeah. I think it's a UFO.
It's all kinds of fucked up, dude. I can't fucking drive. Alright, guys. She's tucked away. I'm gonna pick this camera back up on Tuesday when I head out there. All right, guys, it's 7:30 in the morning. on the Tuesday after. It was Sunday last time I picked up this camera. We're here currently. I'm here to try to get the fitment dialed in, but first I gotta figure out the power steering. I lost power steering while replacing my front tie rods. I'm pretty sure I pulled out the harness or something along the lines of that, so we might have to drop the subframe and check the harness. I don't wanna record too much. I already do have a whole entire video on how I do alignments here. If you guys wanna check out that video, I'll link it right here. Or actually it's gonna show up on the top of the screen. So click on the top of the screen if you wanna see how I align the TT. Still gonna pick up the camera a little bit and show you guys getting this fitment dialed in, but I really just wanna use my 4 hours I have here to grind out and get this done. But yeah, we are back at the alignment shop and we're gonna get the TT fitment dialed in and hopefully maybe figure out the power steering. If not, I got a couple weeks to be able to do that. I just gotta, it sucks, man. If the power steering wasn't bad right now, the car would be pretty much ready to mob. It moves, it rolls. I drove it a little bit as you guys saw from the previous clips, but yeah, I cannot turn. There's no way I can drive this thing around on the streets. But all right, I'll pick up this camera with an update and let's get into it, guys. All right, guys, I'm back. We just took about an hour or two to dial in this rear. The rear looks crazy. Still haven't gotten into the front yet, but before we do the tow, I already told you guys how we do the tow, so I'm not gonna record that, but we are dialed on both sides. We had it up in the air, down, up, down, but now we got this crazy tight. The lip sits higher, guys, than the flare, but I have all this clearance to go down. The scariest part is right here, real tight, but I think the wrap that is folding back makes it look like it's worse than it is. I can still fit maybe half a finger in there, so and then when the car compresses, it'll camber in, so I think it'll clear that, and if it rubs it a little bit, it's all good. And on this side, it's tight over here. God, I cannot wait to edit this clip and just see that on the big screen. And if you come around back, if you look right in the center, it's pretty much dead even. There and there. Negative 20 squared in the rear. So now we're just gonna get the tow dialed in. He does that manually with this tow bar, painting lines on the wheels. No computer alignments, all by hand, and it drives freaking perfect. So get this tow dialed in, then we'll flip the car around and do the front. All right, guys, locked in for a second. Gotta wipe this off. We ended up dropping the subframe a little bit. We were able to get a pry bar in there, pry it down, and actually what happened was 2 connectors that plug into the actual rack became unplugged, and that's what was throwing my fault. We just had to drop the subframe a little bit, get to the connectors. I can't even show you guys. It's so tight up in there. Yeah, you really can't see anything, but got my hand up by the downpipe there after the car cooled off, and I was able to plug both in. And then this is what we're looking like for fitment in the front. I only have a quarter turn. This clips this after a quarter. So if I go any lower, it's gonna make it even worse. So, but this is just where it's gonna be, I think, for shows and all that. I think it'll look sick. And then if I wanna drop it at shows, I'll just lower it. But I found out I can also adjust my ride height without disconnecting tie rods and all that stuff, so that makes it so much easier. I was under the assumption I was gonna have to disconnect my lowers or disconnect the tie rod to be able to have enough play in the actual strut there. Toe is dialed in. You guys can see the paint markings that he does. Got the toe all perfect. First try, he got it good. Steering wheel is straight. What we're about to do now is I actually have a 20 mil spacer on the front, but I'll take that 20 mil off. Possibly I'm gonna go take it for a spin around just to see how it drives, and then I'm pretty much done for the day. Without the spacer back here, this is pretty tight, so I don't even know if I really want to drive too much with that. Actually, this bumper won't even be here, so I think we'll be good. Spacer is what pushes that out, so then it sits in here instead of, you guys can see on there. Rear has no spacer because we had to take the spacer off the rear, put it on the front, but the front in at 20 negative. We got the camber dialed in too. We adjusted the lower control arms. We have them completely pulled, maxed out here. You guys can see right here. They're completely maxed out. Got the spacers in, the axle. You can check out the axle angle there. The angle is good. The tie rod, perfect. It's still flipped. I'm keeping it flipped because what he said, guys, is I want the tie rod aligned with the control arm, at least very similar, because if it wasn't, and if I flipped that tie rod up to the top, I'd get bump steer. I'd hit a bump and it would really turn the car pretty bad. But as you can see, they're pretty even. Guys, I think this is pretty much it. I'm gonna take it for a spin just to see if the orange steering light comes off. I think we're ready, guys. Other than that, I got ECS tuning. They sent me in some parts for the motor, so we're gonna get the PCV on the engine good, and then Guys, it's looking like hopefully you'll see me at Lowe's show. If you guys are still watching this video, which I'd imagine a lot of you are, because a lot of you guys like seeing the TT, should be at Lowe's show with the new fitment and the SUDANI stretch with that 9-inch lip in the rear and the 8-inch lip in the front. Okay guys, so after I was sitting here looking at it, this side sits a little bit higher, and I think I'm gonna drop that a little bit to match this, because right now this is finger, come over here, this one, pretty much 2 fingers. So I gotta drop that just a little bit. I can actually turn with this. It's very tight. All right guys, so my OCD kicked in and I'm back here. Now I can actually show you guys the setup here we got, because now I have the wheel off, but you can see tie rods are extended now. Had to do extended tie rods. The sleeve here is tilted at 20 degrees. You guys saw these being made. That's at 20 degrees. And then you can get a better look now at this lower now. So you have the Mark 7 GTI arm into the Beetle subframe. This is the Volkswagen Beetle subframe with a Mark 7 GTI arm that's converted to fit to a Mark 2 TT ball joint with a Mark 6 Jetta lower control arm extension. So this is a big mix match of a bunch of parts. We also do now have axle spacers in there. Might not have mentioned that, but yeah, axle spacers, tie rod extensions, lower control arms with a lower control arm extension, and then the sleeve at 20 to push all this camber out. I just lowered it. Thankfully, I don't have to disconnect anything to be able to lower this, so I just lowered it. Now we're gonna see where it sits and see if I'm happy with it. Now that is what we like to see. We are now, you guys saw it before, it was 2. Now we are 1.5 over here. Come over here. This is all eyeball, guys. We are at 1.5 over here. All eyeball. Such a minor change in height that the toe wouldn't have even changed. So that's what she looks like with that. And then, yeah, I mean, I think this is probably where the limit is, because even now turning, it is about 1 inch from clearing here, and I think it still looks big fire. So I want to show you guys what it looks like with a 10 mil, poking this out a little bit more. Okay guys, so here it is with a 10 mil. So we're poking out a little bit more, almost perfect, but I want to see what it's like turning. I think this is where it clips this, guys. This is the problem right here, from here to here. This is good. This is the problem. So I can turn this wheel because we're on this alignment, which is so clutch. So I'm gonna turn this wheel with my hands real quick. You guys can see right here is where it clips. So now with that spacer, it pushes it out and it's clipping right there. So if I were to be turning and I hit a bump, you guys can see that's going to cook this fiberglass fender. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I'm pretty sure I could jack the car up before a car show, put the spacers on, and then call it a day. Rollers might not look as cool, but I don't know what I'll do. That's really annoying though. But look at that. It's so close to clearing, but it just doesn't quite want to. But that's with the 10 mil. And then obviously over here, we don't run into any of those same issues. I'll put you guys down again. You can see, I'll turn the opposite way on the side that doesn't have the spacer. You guys can see I will clear. Barely, but I will. You can kind of see that's why it really comps for it. So I'll literally do it right now. So I grab this wheel, turn to the other way, right there. So that's about quarter turn, guys. Not much turning radius on this thing. You come over here, and we're pretty much on it. Hold a little bit more. So that's me turning it a little bit more, and if I hit a bump while even turning it a quarter, it's gonna cook it. So I'm thinking just let it go now. I think we did it, guys. I think we dialed it in. I think it's gonna look amazing, and then when I want to park up at shows, none of y'all are gonna notice because it's gonna have a spacer on it at shows. So only if you paid attention to the video, you'll know. Well, thankfully, guys, I checked this. I'm over here and I find out the studs aren't supposed to unthread like that, so I'm gonna have to go over all of them and make sure they're all tight, because I do not want my stud falling out. So we got the orange thread locker, and then we got the Allen key. Basically, just put that in there and tighten that. But I'm gonna go over all these and make sure these are all good before I leave. So, all right, guys. Well, we turned the car around. I had turned the car around. I ended up. It's now 4:20. Ran into a few issues. Dude, these studs were not tight at all, the wheel studs, so I had to go through every single one, re-orange Loctite them all. Don't know why that happened, but now I really did crank them down tight, so hopefully they'll be good. But I also put the 10 mil here With the bumper, it'll be better. I'll pull it out here real quick and then I'll show you guys what it looks like with the bumper, but it won't tuck as much now. Front is obviously dialed. I went over with turning and how all that works, but now with this, it sits pretty dang spot on right along that line. And if you look over here too, same idea, right along that line. That is the measurements we went through to do that. You guys can see the rear here, extended lowers, trailing arm. You can see now, you can see that angle. That angle is crazy. But got the springs, and these are adjusted to where they usually would be, what position they are. So that's also a way to adjust the camber on this without having to do the upper control arm. But yeah, rear's dialed in now. Hold up forward, put the bumper on, and I'll show you guys the fitment, and then that'll be it for where have I been. Boom. All right, so we pulled it off the lift. Got the 10 mil on each side. Looks freaking awesome. It's poking a little bit. In the front, we have no spacer. That's because I need to be able to turn the car. Here she is, guys. Finally stopped raining again. The squirrels are still hanging out, looking for peanuts. I think that's good, guys. I'm gonna leave it here, and then in another video, because I want to get this video out for you guys. I want to show you guys this. I want you guys to know that the TT is back. Appreciate you guys freaking tuning in. And next time I come out here, I'm gonna pick this car up. I'll record it all, include it in the next video. But we got a lot of TT content coming up, guys. So make sure you stay tuned. Like I said, make sure you remember, check out that website. I have a link in the bio, dropping merch. So this is a big moment for the channel. I did say low show, the TT will be there. So if you guys are in the Pennsylvania area, any of the surrounding states, and you like Volkswagens and Audis, and you want to see this in person with crazier fitment, because I am going to be having the spacers on. We are going to be poking crazy. It's going to be like a straight UFO, but -20, guys. Man. All right, well, appreciate you guys for freaking watching. It's been a long process, guys, but I always wanted to say Static TT is back, and I will see you guys in the next banger.
I be flipping when I'm hitting moves and scraping residue. On them jiggles, call me jigaboo. I fuck my red the cool.